And welcome in to the GILLCAST live, the second time that we have done this live. We have another high-stakes draft on tap tonight. We're going to be drafting in the online championship on the NFC. We drafted last week in the same contest. To be honest, we didn't love our team. We just really did not. We really did not love our team. We panicked early on a quarterback. We disagreed on the second pick. We didn't realize Deebo Samuel was on the board. We almost missed him with the third pick. Shout out to the chat for that one. But we are back tonight drafting for $250,000 up top. We have the second pick. I didn't even set our KDS, guys. I didn't even set it, so we just got lucky, which is beautiful. And yeah, we are here. We are drafting live. The draft is going to start in about 60 seconds. The preseason is going on. Drake May got one series. Jalen Polk has hands like a vice grip. Tyrone Tracy looks great. Raheem Blackshear got ruled out about 47 seconds before lock. I was playing with my niece. I didn't get the swap in, so I'm stuck with Raheem Blackshear on DraftKings.com. Not ideal.
Family remains minus EV.
Yeah, how we doing? How we doing, fellas?
Doing great. I ain't working. Doing some live stream football. This is fantastic. We've promised not to take Caleb Williams with our number 8 pick. I mean, I feel really good about that.
I mean, we could take him with our 11th overall pick if it works out. Maybe
we could do that. Yeah, that'd be great.
You guys are such fish. Caleb is literally like the.
It's not. It has nothing.
The most minor problem of that team. Caleb
It's got nothing to do. It's got nothing to do with Caleb. It has to do with us being unprepared and us panicking. What are you guys hoping to get with our second pick here?
I'm hoping to get CeeDee Lamb. But I think he'll just go number 1, and we'll have to take. We don't have to, but I would vote for CMC.
That could actually be interesting if CD does go. Tyreek, no. I mean, it's got to be CMC if CD goes.
Yeah.
We took Jefferson.
There's no better hero RB than CMC. Like every year. It's like, oh, yeah, well, not every year, but like, oh, we're not going to take CMC. We're going to take him 3rd. We're going to take him 4th. Oh, there's this thing. And then
remember the year Jonathan Taylor went over him? Remember that?
And every year, it's like, why didn't we take CMC number 1? It's almost like Ohtani. Ohtani does this in baseball. Like, he always goes like middle to late first, and then he's like the best player. And people are
he goes middle to late first because, oh my God, Bijan goes 1. So we can take.
It's CD. It's CD.
Goddamn, boys, we're railing.
It's CD.
Yeah, I don't really care, to be honest.
It's
CD.
I'll take CD. I'm fine with it. See how it works out.
All right. Well, we're just gonna absolutely gift McCaffrey to someone at 3.
How many drafts have you done, Davis? And have any of them Bijan gone 101?
I mean, I've probably done 700 drafts. Bijan's probably gone 1 in 10 of them the whole time. Because there's a real reason, if you look at the board, there's a real reason to do it, which is that if Bijan is the top overall scorer this season, it still might not matter if you take him at 7, 8, or 9, because you might have dog water picks in the 3rd round. If you take Bijan 1st overall, you remove that problem. Although it matters a little bit less here because of the 3rd round reversal. How about Brees going 5? We might have a boomer room. This might be.
I was just thinking that we are full of boomers here. We love to see it.
So we have the board with the names. This draft board that you guys are seeing on the stream is no names.
Oh, it was Dombrowski in our last one too.
Yes, Dombrowski is he's a good man. He's a friend of the channel. He's a good drafter. So I like being on the other side of the board of him. Bijan 1, McCaffrey 3, Brees 5. I mean, this is already a bit of a weird one.
I love it. Love to see it. We got to navigate these waters, boys. So what I don't want to do is what we did last time and just go receiver. Like, let's get a hero running back, man.
Well, we probably are not going to get one. We really are not set up from an ADP perspective to get one.
but it's a wonky ADP draft already. So
it is.
We're drawing the line.
This one is straight. St. Brown, Chase, Jefferson, Brown, Wilson. Nate, his camera drop. Gibbs ahead of Puka. I mean, I guess that's the other thing going on right now is Puka with this knee thing. He's going down a little bit.
What I really don't want to do is draft Cooper Kupp. Can we make sure we don't do that?
Why would you not want to draft Cooper Kupp?
He's dust.
Why would you say he's dust?
Well, I don't know. I don't like drafting 31-year-old wide receivers who have 2,000-yard seasons in their entire career, like in the second round. It's just not when they have a historically good rookie coming up who's young and bomb. I feel like we've seen this play out so many times in history, right? Marvin Harrison was great, and then Reggie Wayne came in and just took his shit, right? Isaac Bruce was great, and then Torrey Holt came in and took his shit. You know, it's just like this sort of thing happens. Adam Thielen was really good, and Stephon Diggs came in and took his shit. Like, the younger man wins.
Brady, we are team 2, so we are drafting out of the 102. Yeah, Sammy, apparently you don't know about Breakfast Club. Is that what's that? You don't know about Breakfast Club, bro?
Oh yeah, they're eating together. Yeah, that's cool. Give a shit.
What if
I bet they were eating together last year too, and the year before?
What if Kupp is the healthy one and Nakua is the injured one this year? You still comfortable with that wager?
Yes. Cooper Kupp, second. Let's go.
I was really hoping.
I mean, let me tell you, you would have been outvoted hard on that.
You guys can't be serious with this.
Yes, Kupp is going to be like the number 2 wide receiver. It's going to be CD Kupp.
Oh my God, you guys, Jesus!
Best ball, Brian. This is the guy. This is the Kendrick Bourne, J.K. Dobbins bull here on the bottom. Mr. Nate Nohling is the guy who's trying to feed his family with Kendrick Bourne and J.K. Dobbins.
I will legit, like, we have to wait to see how Nakua's health is, but I'll just like side bet them straight up with you. I'm fine with that.
Well, I mean, that would obviously favor you a lot, Nakua.
He's been drafted higher than him all year.
I mean, Nate just said he was going to be the number 2 receiver behind CeeDee Lamb. I mean, come on.
I mean, I don't think it's at their draft position. Like, Kupp's the better pick. Like, 1,000%.
Such a terrible take. Also, Kupp just went 2 picks after Nakua.
I like to get on Nate's case. I like to tell Nate when he's wrong. I really don't think that he's wrong this time. Truly, I think he's onto something here.
Well, you guys are fish, and we are getting close.
I was hoping Olave would fall to us.
Oh, we can take Devontae Adams again, Nate.
No, we're taking neighbors.
No, there's a better pick than both of those guys on the board as we speak.
Obviously, but we'll
the Giants offensive line through 2 quarters of football looks about as good as they did last year. Drew Lock already out injured, already got absolutely smoked. Just beautiful.
Tough scene for neighbors.
Okay, all right. A-Chain went. That was who I wanted.
Cock!
All right. I think.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, D'Angelo fucking boomered it. He goes Brees and Achane. Like, come on, bro.
All right. I think this is Nico Collins here.
What about?
God, that's so hurtful.
I think I prefer Waddle.
No, I prefer number 1 options to number 2 options.
Here's the thing about Nico. Like, Tank and Diggs will both. I bet Diggs will be available as a steal later, and if we already have, I don't want both Nico.
No, then we just take Stroud.
We just take Stroud and we print. What's the problem?
I would prefer.
I think
I vote Waddle, but
I vote Nico.
I also vote Nico, but I think Nate has a point. I love Waddle. Like,
I don't dislike good. Waddle, but just let's put it on the GAM scale. Who is higher on the GAM scale?
Diggs is going to be the number 1 option in Houston, and Waddle has so much more contingent upside. And even if Tyreek doesn't get hurt, Waddle might outscore Nico.
Well, how about we just take Nico, because that was what he voted on. It's what we voted on anyways. And how about we just take the guy whose team doesn't quit in the back half of the season. This is so embarrassing to think about. The Dolphins had a chance to improve their position in week 18 and not play against the Kansas City Chiefs. And they started Skylar Thompson at or Mike White at quarterback and Jeff Wilson Jr. They waved the white flag on the season. That team as an organization ranks 32 out of 32 in dog. No dog in that organization.
Wow. Okay.
We just took the number 2 wide receiver for Houston, maybe the number 3.
We just took the guy who's going to finish number 2 in fantasy points at a wide receiver. So I think you should feel
you
good
need to
about
watch
it.
the tape a little bit. Have you looked at the tape at all? Have you seen Nico Collins?
Nate, compare their whoppers, compare their targets per route run, their yards per route run, anything from last season. Nico is going to be infinitely better than Diggs.
Yes,
I know.
I understand that Diggs last year did not have a year statistically that's like worth looking at, but I also don't think Diggs is done. I also think that Tank Dell is more of a guy than people want to admit. And Nico is not the clear number 1 in that offense this way. So like,
check the whopper, Nate.
Yeah, check the whopper. Yes, that's right.
Check the whopper, buddy.
That's right.
Nate isn't even mad about Jalen Waddle specifically. Nate is mad that we are gonna maybe have to take Diggs and Nico together. Is what Nate is mad about right now.
Nate, by the way, do you know who the Dolphins play at the end of the season? Like week 17.
It's so bad.
They play the Niners and the Browns. Like
they play outside in 17-degree weather. You want
every year, bro. The Dolphins score 40 points a game through
not priced in. It's not priced
it
in
is.
any way, shape,
We're not going to be able to get A-Chain. We're not going to be able where we easily could still get Houston value in the rest of this draft. And now we completely are out on Miami exposure. Like
completely out.
We're completely out. What are we going to get? Jalen Wright at the end of there is no. We could have easily had exposure to Houston.
Spoiler alert: we're gonna draft like 5 teams, bro. Settle down.
What do you mean exposure, bro? It's not a best ball portfolio. We're trying to bink.
Well, no. We can think of these as like if we do 4 teams and wanting to like cover our bases, we can think of it that way.
Diggs and Tank fall so much, and
it's fine to have 2 of them.
Yeah, let's get them.
Do you want to draft effete gentlemen or do you want to draft dogs? Me personally, I'm in the dog business.
Yeah,
I'm in the dog business.
Is only around here, Nate.
How many times last year did you do like a quadruple Dolphin stack to watch Jalen Waddle limping off the field in the second quarter?
Dude, Waddle healthy is so good.
Waddle is really good.
So good.
You're putting me in a bad spot.
This Miami offense is literally like unbelievable potential week to week, and like we're not gonna be able to touch Miami in this draft now, where we easily could still have access to Houston. I
need you to take a chill pill. We're fine. The choice at the number 2 spot for us was Lamb or McCaffrey, and we honestly I would have taken McCaffrey, but they were both Lamb. And what am I going to argue against?
I was fine either way. I would have liked McCaffrey.
This is true. Waddle currently is not practicing, just for the record. He is currently not practicing. Yeah, we could take Dolphins team kicker. We could take team Dolphins kicker.
Yeah.
Nate.
Yeah, maybe some DST.
That'll be who you want in December in Cleveland. Will be Tua Tagovailoa's kicker.
All right, we need to start talking Ayuk. Where do we think he's going to land?
I am out of the Brandon Ayuk business as a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Kyron, fuck.
If you think that Las Vegas is a legitimate option, I would consider Ayuk.
I don't think it's fuck. I was actually going to say
this is so tilting. You guys, I'm tilted. We're up.
All right, we could take Diggs, we could take Laporta, we could take Kelsey. We could take Amari.
Can you guys explain to me why we wouldn't take Kelsey or Laporta here?
I think we do Laporta and Diggs will fall back.
I have Kelsey ranked ahead of Laporta.
Yeah, how are we going to get our Chiefs exposure, Nate?
How are we going to get our Chiefs exposure? They're going to lead They're going to lead the NFL in points.
Yeah, we'll get worthy. I'd vote Laporta here.
Sammy, break the tie. Kelsey or Laporta?
Yeah, let's throw Nate a bone. At the end of the day, Laporta is a young man.
All right.
Let's be ageist.
I don't love it. I don't love it, but we do need to throw Nate a bone. And now we can take either. We could take either Texans wide receiver. which is.
I mean, it's Diggs.
Wait,
for me,
did Tank go? No, Tank's still there.
No, Tank's still there.
Wow,
this guy's just
Mahomes.
gonna go Mahomes,
This guy's
Kelsey.
gonna do Mahomes, Kelsey.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's pumped.
this guy's only drafting Gams. Bijan, Evans, Mahomes, Kelsey. Gams only for team one. Can't say it's a bad strategy.
Is there any running back? There's no running back.
Kyron is available.
Kyron went.
No, Kyron went.
Buddy, I would have made us take Kyron if he was still there.
You are. Oh my God, Ken Walker.
He doesn't take Kelsey. Jesus Christ.
Dude, this is a team of alphas.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker, there's no bigger game in the NFL than Kenneth Walker. All right. I think Diggs probably for this team.
Yeah, it's Diggs. Okay, remember like a pick ago when I was like, oh, do we want Nico? I still can't believe
we told
the Waddle
you
Diggs would have been so much better.
We told you this was what was going to happen. It's completely fine. You need to settle down. You are.
Do you know where Houston plays? They play in a dome.
Do you know where they play in a dome, brother?
They play in a dome, okay? Those playoff weeks, 15, 16, 17, when the Dolphins are falling apart and Tua's got another concussion and his brain is liquid and, CJ Stroud is bossing it up in the dome, you're going to be happy that we did this.
Yeah, Christopher Davis is right. I mean, Jalen Wright, we'll get some Jalen Wright later in the draft, and that's what we'll do.
Sure.
But
all right, 4 rounds. CeeDee, Nico, Laporta, Diggs. Here's the thing about Sammy. People forget he's actually 57 years old. It physically pains him to not have a running back through 4 rounds.
I'm having an anxiety attack very quietly.
It's so funny. I was maybe like that drafting in these drafts like 2 years ago, but I have seen too much shit, man. I have taken, Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the 2nd round, Kenyon Drake at the 1-2 turn. I've been doing this for far too long to be scared about passing up on 3rd round Travis Etienne. Like I can't possibly it just does not bother me to just have guys who score points.
Let me just say this. I think Kyron at this spot, obviously he didn't make it, but
I would have taken Kyron.
Pretty tremendous value. And I think Devin Achane is just like, buddy. I mean, we lived through the Jamal Charles.
He's the story of the season. Achane is the story of the season. If Achane gets 210 carries, it's over for any team that didn't draft him. It's over.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we felt this way about Tony Pollard last year, unfortunately, but I feel like
well, we didn't know about the tightrope procedure, bro. Well, we knew about it, but we didn't know about it.
Yeah, we didn't properly account the tightrope. I mean, Achane was super healthy last year, so
I still have a light on for Pollard this year, dude. I think Pollard, where he's going, with Spears,
he's a good pick.
He's landing on this team. This team needs.
This team could use a Pollard.
What if Tony Pollard is the guy that this team needs?
The market might finally know ball. Rashee Rice in the 4th round, ahead of Hollywood, ahead of Xavier Worthy. I think the market might be very slowly learning ball.
Dude, if Hollywood is the Chiefs receiver that you need, I'm dust. I legit can't take Hollywood over Rice or Worthy. I just can't.
Well,
so every draft that all
they're flipped now.
Well,
I did a team with Ron Stewart today on stream where we did Kelsey Mahomes at the 3-4 turn, so 36-37, and we got Worthy and Hollywood at 59-60.
That's hot.
It was very hot.
The thing is, Hollywood, how old is Hollywood? Like 28-ish?
27.
Okay.
I believe he's only 2 years older than Rashee because Rashee was a 5-year COVID prospect.
Sick. I mean, dude, it's his 3rd team. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, he's just not the guy.
I saw Rice without a profile pick and thought it was a $350 Brennan Rice bit pick. I mean, Sammy probably is not even locked in enough to football to know who Brennan Rice is, truly. Like, you're still doing fab moves for middle relievers. Like, you are not locked in yet.
That is absolutely correct. I'm going to be honest with you.
If we get to the point where we're drafting, I'm a DJ Shark slappy.
Oh my God! Of course you are. Of course, I've never felt more confident that you would be. You probably take Khalif Raymond in the 18th round too.
No, I don't have any Khalif, but Shark over Rice for sure right now.
Sure. I mean, in a managed league, there's literally no reason to have DJ Shark. Managed league, I would never start DJ Shark. I mean, we have CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, and Stephon Diggs. If we have to start DJ Shark for a single week, we
just throw in the towel.
steaming for a 6th place finish in this league at absolute best.
Are we going to take James Conner again, you guys?
I'm pretty woke to James Conner. What is any different between Josh Jacobs and James Conner?
I don't have an answer. Conner might be good.
I'm fine.
I'm not convinced.
Conner was 4th in the NFL in rush yards over expectation. He was 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards after contact last season. Like he for a terrible, not a terrible team. They were better after Kyler came back. Yeah, I mean honestly,
Yeah,
James
like
Conner's probably better.
Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree that James Conner is a more talented back than Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs had 1 year.
And I guess I think the Packers could maybe be the best offense in the NFL. So I don't think Arizona can be like the 6th best offense in the NFL. Well, I don't know. It'll be the first time we've ever seen healthy Kyler without Cliff. So who knows what that looks like,
bro.
really.
Dude, that team's gonna fuck.
They are.
That team's gonna
Dorks, bro.
fuck, bro.
You've been following the Dorks drumbeat, man. It's crazy.
Buddy. I've in a very close to my heart home league the last 2 years, I've won the championship. Congratulations to me. Both times Greg Dortch has been on my roster in week 17. I have a video of my daughter. We're out at dinner. And I put Greg Dortch in my lineup for the finals and made her say Greg Dortch. It was like her 3rd and 4th
Beautiful.
words that she ever spoke. It's great.
All right, we're up. Nate, what do you think?
Great story.
I guess the question is do we want to push? I think we can push Stroud.
We do Stroud around the turn because this guy is Mahomes.
So I would say it's either Keenan or Worthy for me.
Worthy, easy.
Yeah, I'll jump Worthy with you guys. I want some of that.
Yeah, let's do Worthy and push.
I mean, if this guy takes Stroud, he's brain dead. So
our portfolio already. Yeah, I mean Lamar Jackson's still on the board. I mean,
yeah, we'll take Worthy and push.
It's actually honestly kind of brain dead of us to take Stroud for the stack when he's like drawing completely dead to score more points than Lamar, but whatever.
Yeah, but
I'm okay fading the stack.
Yeah, honestly, I would rather
Lamar's there. I think we do Lamar.
I would rather take Lamar, truly.
Dude, you guys have such big balls, and I love to see this breaking out of that fucking best ball shit. You know, feels good.
Well, it's the bring back. It's also the bring back in week 17. So,
well, obviously. I mean, I love Lamar. Oh, there goes Lamar. All right, made it easy.
Well, so it's in 6-point passing touchdown. I mean, I guess it could happen. I mean, the thing is I'm a Lamar Jackson gigable. I am a Lamar Jackson gigable.
Yeah.
I mean, he won MVP last year. The only reason he didn't have more touchdowns was because their defense was so good. And I mean, I guess the defense will probably be good again this year. But that's noisy year to year. Season is game to game.
So my favorite CJ Stroud stat from last year is that there have been 3 NFL quarterbacks in history that have both led the league in passing yards per game and in the same interception ratio. And it was Tom Brady in 2007 and Peyton Manning in 2012, and then CJ Stroud last year as a rookie. I mean, CJ Stroud has a massive dong, so I don't think he would have been a bad pick at all. But Lamar Jackson.
Sure. Yeah. I don't think we could have made a wrong pick there. I don't know. To me, it's what CJ Stroud has to get there via efficiency. Lamar can get there. Lamar being efficient almost kind of hurts him. You know what I mean? Lamar being efficient almost kind of hurts him because the more efficient he is, and with that defense, it's if he's having hyper efficient passing games, he's passing for 187 yards in a game.
Yeah, I mean the problem is that it's entirely within the range of outcomes that Stroud just airs it out this year.
Mahomes' best season was, well, I mean, it was year 2 for him, but year 2 he'd only played 1 game as a rookie, but it was his second year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, look, I started out the year being really light like all the Texans, move Nico up, kind of at the field with Dell and Diggs now. And I still don't take Stroud at ADP ever, but you can get him. And like if you take the 2 Texans guys, you can get him around later.
But getting Lamar at 62, I mean, we're going to look back on that as like one of our best picks of the draft.
Yeah, that feels really good. It feels
Lamar
good.
at 62 is crazy. I don't care unstacked or not. Like,
and it definitely, I mean, 2 full rounds after Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, we couldn't have passed that up. I think that's, yeah.
Yeah.
So Sammy, how are you feeling without a running back?
Buddy, I'm starting to tilt. I was just gonna ask, what do we do at running back?
There are plenty of guys. I mean,
it's not Chase the time
Brown,
yet, Sammy.
Chase Brown, ever heard of him, bro?
Fuck.
You guys are probably both Zach Moss guys because you like to play scared.
No, I'm Zach Moss now. Now that they've flipped and Zach Moss is a better price, I have more Zach Moss because Zach Moss will still get like end zone and passing work. So I think Zach Moss is now like the value where Chase Brown 2 weeks ago was the value.
That's where I'm at too. Jordan Matthews playing tight end tonight for the Carolina Panthers.
Cool.
What year was it that we drafted him everywhere? 2020.
It would have been his rookie year.
Yeah.
Was that 2020?
No. It wasn't his rookie year. It was like his second year or something.
No,
some guy got mad at me on Twitter because I said he wasn't like one of the top 25 receivers, and then he bombed.
So Jordan Matthews as a rookie, 67, 872, and 8 for the Philadelphia Eagles. I believe
it was year 2. It was the year 2 that we really went deep on him.
Was 2015 the year that Bradford was it was this year. Bradford is the quarterback. He must have gotten injured. I mean, 85, 997, and 8. I mean, he dominated the passing offense, relatively speaking. Not the worst. Not the worst. All right, that was a fun little trip down.
It's really great to see you guys evolve into boomers. You know what I mean? You used to be the young guys, and now you're like becoming.
I'm almost.
Keenan Allen in end of round 6. Keenan Allen, what a steal!
Well, all the mid running backs, get pushed up in this stuff. Alvin Kamara is a 5th round pick. Jacobs, Rashad, like all the running backs.
Imagine drafting Ramondre Stevenson. I mean,
imagine drafting Ramondre Stevenson over Keenan Allen.
I still kind of like Ramondre, dude. Not even kind of. I do like Ramondre.
I like
Antonio
Ramondre
Gibson's going to take passing work.
I'm just really okay having 0 New England Patriots. Like, just have 0, and you'll be really happy at the end of the year.
Drake May's still got.
Yeah, I'm a Drake May guy, but the context might really not be ideal. It might just be like the wide receivers are too bad, the offensive line is too bad, the coach is not good.
The vibes are off, baby. The vibes are off.
The vibes are not good.
You don't want any of those vibes.
Well, that's a bummer. Aaron Jones is like the guy that I typically go to in builds like this.
Yeah, I would have liked Aaron Jones. Yeah.
We might even have to push another round of running back.
Stop it, Nate. I can't emotionally handle not taking a running back until the fucking 9th round.
Sammy, we're not reaching.
We've already redeemed ourselves. This start is already redeemed us for what we did.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we took 2 Texans receivers and then didn't take CJ Stroud. I mean, we're living.
Buddy, CJ Stroud, oh, let's go. My boy, Sion Vaki is in the game. That is exactly what I want. Sion Vaki, one of the stories of the NFL right now. I really hope he does well. My man. We could still take CJ Stroud. He's still on the board.
No, he just went.
He is not.
Okay, we could double.
Okay,
what? No, never mind. He's going to take him here. Either 9 or 3 is going to double tap or going to take Bowers.
I don't.
Bowers?
This is not tight end premium. I probably am out on. I'm probably out on that.
Yeah, let's not. Let's take a running back instead of a second tight end, Nate.
Oh man, Sammy,
Fuck.
you're having such a tough time.
I might need to take like a 10 to 15 minute break just to get myself under control. Like if you guys ever see the vein meme kid is like, it's me.
Sammy without a running back through the first 6 rounds.
Dude, you could have voted for CMC. I would have gone with you on CMC. We could have avoided this whole mess, buddy.
Yeah, I feel full of regrets. Why don't we just take the best fantasy player?
No. Sammy, this is a good team. The
How
fact
about we
that
take?
we have,
How about we? CD Lamb just tweeted "LOL" at Jerry Jones, saying he didn't want to pay him, and we're like snap took him at 102.
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. The fact that our 4th wide receiver is Xavier Worthy, and then we have the tight end 1 and potentially the QB 1 as well. Like, this is a good spot.
Yeah. Then we'll have the RB.
These two picks we're about to make here are going to be nutted, and we're going to feel great.
I mean, they're only nutted if they're running backs.
Now, seeing Anthony Richardson go at 7, I guess this is 6-point passing touchdown, but man, Anthony Richardson 7th round pick.
Yeah.
Pretty good there.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, if it makes you guys feel better, our friend Dombrowski hasn't taken a running back either.
Well, he knows ball. Josh Dombrowski knows ball, dude.
Oh, son of a dick.
No,
James
we
Conner.
we are fine. We are
This guy D'Angelo snipes us for Achane, snipes us for Connor. I mean, I could not be any more angry with him.
Josh knows. Fuck running backs. What has a running back ever done for you? Since David Johnson retired, since David Johnson broke his wrist, what has a running back ever done for you?
Buddy, they win me championships all the time. Because you have CMC, you win championships. You have prime Todd Gurley, you win championships. You have prime Le'Veon Bell, you win championships. You had Jamal Charles, you win championships. You had Chris Johnson,
Todd Gurley's not even 30 years old, bro.
What's that?
Todd Gurley's not even 30 years old. How's that?
Yeah, I know. It just 2060. Like,
there's no way that
it wasn't even
no
an
way
EPL.
that's
It
true.
was just dust.
All right. Fucking Jalen Warren goes.
Oh my
It's
god.
okay. The other guy's still there. If we need a running back, the other guy's still there.
Well, there's 3 guys here that I think we're fine with.
We do need a running back. Can't believe we put Brock Bowers at the top of our queue, like unironically. Come on, Nate.
I do love Nate putting Brock Bowers in the queue unironically. Okay. Todd Gurley turned 30 less than a week ago. He just turned 30.
Happy birthday, Todd. Thanks for
happy birthday, Todd. Thank you for all the memories.
Yeah.
A lot of great memories.
Sometimes when I'm feeling sad, I just go onto YouTube and click on Todd Gurley highlights. I'm like, oh, that was the one in week 17.
Fuck. Okay, that was who I wanted to take.
Yeah, Mostert.
All right, I think we take
Swift.
Sure, whatever.
If we take a running back, it's got to be Swift. But I don't hate.
Say it, Nate.
No, Bowers will fall. Addison or Bowers would be my other thought.
All right, let's take Swift, and I actually want to nominate a different running back at pick 86.
Yes.
Wait, let me try to guess.
Say the name, Davis. Who is it?
Chase Brown.
No,
I think it's a little early.
Tony Pollard.
Well, Pollard's fine too, but this is Chase Brown's new ADP. This is where he goes now.
Dude, what about
I did a fast main event last night, and he went 7-6. Chase Brown.
Okay, what about Demont? I think 2 reasons. Number 1, it's a managed league. I think Demont is one of those that
you definitely know. Yeah, you definitely know when to start David Montgomery.
And we already have Laporta. I think I'd prefer Demont over Chase Brown. Chase Brown might be a tough weekly start because you don't if Moss and him are just splitting work, I don't know. I prefer Demont in a managed league, but Chase in a best ball.
I prefer Pollard to both of them. Sammy, what do you think?
I mean, Demont is low key, a 5 condom, really good pick. So,
all right.
I don't know. But Pollard has
You know what the David Montgomery pick reminds me of? It reminds me of the year that Jamal Charles went in round 1 and Peyton Hillis went in round 7. That's really the vibe. That's really the vibe that it gives me.
Okay, the other option other than Dima would be
Pollard went.
Okay, the other option is Javonte.
I kind of just hate drafting him. I kind of hate drafting him in manage for real.
He's going to be the one in manage that you could start every. Then I'd go Dima. I don't know. I think this is a reach for Chase.
I go Demons also.
All right. David Montgomery, welcome to the team. I mean, that is strapping. Swift Montgomery is strapping the condoms on.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Swift is Swift fucking sucks. And nobody has been wise to that in years. Everyone's like, oh, Swift is good. Remember when people busted their nuts over him going to Philly last year? And he sucked. Like, Swift is not very good. It's a problem.
Yeah, he isn't. But it is buying into a good offense that I want to buy into.
Sure. I just want to throw out now that I didn't stand for the DeAndre Swift pick at all.
I wanna put it out there that I wanted to take league winner Chase Brown, and we can go back and check the tape when David Montgomery is getting 8 carries a game behind Mr. DeAndre Swift. Yeah, I mean Swift was one of the worst running backs in the NFL last year in terms of rush yards over expectation and all that stuff. Like, insanely good. Insanely good offensive line. I mean, the thing is that he gains no yards after contact. That is the issue with DeAndre Swift. He can, and maybe he will go back to catching passes like he did with the Lions. Yeah. Hurts doesn't really throw the run. I mean, Caleb threw the running backs a lot at USC.
I actually think
Oklahoma.
Swift will get a decent amount of reception work.
We need it.
And that's where he actually is best, because it's the yards before contact that he can create, where when he's I just don't think the Eagles setup for him was ideal. I mean, the running without space that's not where he's going to create. So I would much rather see him get a couple dump offs a game.
I think that, I mean, the other thing with him is, I mean, maybe this is fishy, maybe it's not, but Roschon and Herbert playing in the Hall of Fame game as much as they did, I think that maybe does just show Swift is the dude, and they don't really care who the second running back is. They're like, whoever wins the second running back job, whatever. But yeah, I mean, Swift, you look at all his stuff last year, really low success rate. It was the lowest reception total he had. It just was not good, but he can bounce back, obviously.
I mean, Chicago clearly doesn't trust Roschon or Khalil for some reason, even though I disagree with their talent assessment. I think Khalil's great. I actually think Roschon also could be a 3-down. He's good in pass protection. I think their talent evaluation was bad bringing in Swift, but they did. They're not just going to not give him the chance.
All of these weeks of continually chasing him on DraftKings, 1.8 yards per carry, 2.3 yards per carry, 2.1 yards per carry. It was not fun.
And then him getting cut at the 1 yard line, man, that was an experience for people who clicked on him.
Well, and even the stuff he did get at the 1 yard line, when they would give him a rando opportunity, it would be bad. He would not do well with it, which is tough.
Unideal. How do you guys feel about Austin Eckler?
Not good. Bad.
Yeah, bad. Nestor Cortez blown up. Not good either. 4 runs on the Angels.
Because Nestor sucks, bro.
Sammy knows baseballs.
Yeah, I know baseball.
I mean, Sammy, don't you feel good knowing we're looking at running backs who at least have a pulse versus drafting Tyler Lockett, Curtis Samuel, and Cortland Sutton in a league where you have to decide on a start fit?
You don't like Curtis Samuel? I kind of like Curtis Samuel. I mean,
Curtis Samuel is I guess he's fine, but You're this boomer ass fucking internet. I knew this was going to happen. I knew we were going to start streaming. We were going to start doing the show on YouTube, and Sammy's boomer internet was going to rear its head.
Wait, is there a problem?
Yeah, we did. Hey, we don't know.
We got none of that.
No, it was not very inspiring. So don't worry about it. I was just saying, who's Josh Allen going to throw the ball to? No,
Kincaid. It's going to be like the Chiefs last year.
It's actually going to be James Cook. It's going to be James Cook and Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah, Davis, when you say it's going to be like the Chiefs last year, I think that's actually a really good take.
Yeah, I
also think the two like rookies that I think have a chance to kind of like dunk on all of the like fantasy analysis like is going to be Keon Coleman and AD Mitchell. I think both of those guys actually have upside that is like not currently priced in. People think Keon is dust, and I understand, like, but I think his upside could be unreal with Josh Allen. So
fair. He's a tough sell.
Ninth round Jerome Ford, bro. In this economy,
he's a tough sell and manage, Nate, because you're just like, you know what I mean? Like those guys are tougher sells and managed, I think. Because at some point you just get pissed off at them and drop them, and then they like do good at the end of the year.
Okay, what are you guys doing messing with the queue? There's.
I'm not touching the queue. I'm not.
Sammy keeps touching the queue. Sammy keeps taking Brock Bowers out of the queue.
Leading Brock Bowers out of the queue. Nate, how many tight ends do you want to put on this team?
2. I want 2 tight ends, and then 1 more wide receiver, 2 more wide receivers, and then we'll just finish out with all the elite upside running backs.
Javon Baker is playing in the second half with Bailey Zappi. That's not great. It's not
good
great.
For my Jalen Poke shares.
Yeah. This is a tricky pick next. There's one guy I would love to smash the button on. Also, let me tell you, Kyler Murray being available at pick 107.
God, can you? Somebody's gonna be so pumped.
Yeah. Fuck.
Jesus.
Maybe we are not handling starting quarterback well in these leagues. Okay, Kyler goes. All right, Nate.
Team 4 works all the way.
I think there is 2 obvious picks for us to make here. One of them is at the top of your queue. The other one you have too low down the queue. We did do better. We did do better at quarterback today.
I mean, it's hard to do. Worse.
It would be. I was going to say it'd be hard to do. We took Caleb Williams in the same round last week that Kyler Murray. In fact, we took him ahead of where Kyler Murray just went in this one.
So stupid.
All right, come on. I just know we're gonna get sniped here. I have a very okay. No, all right.
Okay, it's Thomas or Moss.
Brian. Okay. Yeah.
Wait. Sammy might have just said wide receiver.
He did, but I think this guy.
I think it's Moss.
We can also take Devin Singletary.
No, this guy behind us will not take. We could.
This guy behind us is not going to take a rookie wide receiver. He's not going to take a rookie wide receiver.
So let's take
Moss.
Let's take Moss. If Singletary is there, I think we could go those 4 running backs and be done. Like
I'm done. I'm done on taking players from shitty teams. Like in best ball, it's one thing. In managed, I'm so over taking Giants, Patriots. I mean, honestly, even Commanders. Like just like these shitty teams that you watch them play.
Yeah,
and you're just like,
God. I'm actually going to go with Davis here. I think I would probably prefer. It's one of the hardest things to as I'm transitioning over from best ball to manage. Well, no, in best ball you just got to take some players from shitty teams. You got to stack shit. It's just the way the ADPs work. Like, but in managed, it's like fuck. Why did I draft the second running back on the command? Okay, this guy did take Brian. Oh, he dicked us. And he took Goddard over Bowers.
I actually do think Bowers is a better pick than Rashid Shaheed.
Bowers is 1,000 times better pick than Rashid Shaheed. If it's not Bowers, we would go. Trey Benson. I mean, because at this point, we don't need running back.
Wait, well,
we need running back upside. We don't need
Corum. Corum is upside. Corum is the upside running back pick, and he'll for sure be gone.
Yeah, I could say Benson, Corum, or dude, it's Bowers. It's Bowers.
Corum or Bowers, Sammy.
Let's throw Nate a bone. We'll take our tight ends. We'll take 2 tight ends in the first 10 rounds.
I mean, I love Brock Bowers, so I got no issue with that. I'm trying to get this highlight of Sion Vaki, and no one is tweeting it yet.
Aren't you happy, Nate? Aren't you pleased now?
Yes, this team is good. This team is good.
Got your tight end.
God. We have guaranteed running back touches with Swift, Montgomery, and Moss. We have a great wide receiver room. We have locked up tight end production. And Lamar Jackson has like potential to be QB1.
Not bad.
Now we just have to like pick some upside. We could just take upside shots because the rest of these picks, like we don't need production from.
How do you feel about that running back room?
It's dusty as fuck, bro.
I think we probably, honestly, in week 1, we probably start Moss over Worthy. I bet.
Oh yeah, probably so. Here goes all the running backs that we passed on.
I mean, yeah, that's the name of the game.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So it goes.
Corum over Bowers. I mean, it's just like that one that's unknowable before. Like truly, that's like an unknowable thing before the season starts.
Yeah.
70% of the time the season plays out, you literally like you're dropping Blake Corum. Like Blake Corum doesn't apply to your season at all, and then 30% of the time Blake Corum is the guy you had to have. You know,
for sure. And I'm a big proponent of just like take the best players. So if Bowers is a gam, it's like okay, great. But it's like when you take a tight end in the 3rd round, I don't necessarily want to take another one in the 10th.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really watch college football, Sammy. So you probably like literally are just like Brock Bowers. Who cares? Brock Bowers. Let me hear.
He was like a top 10 NFL draft pick. I mean, obviously, I saw highlights at the NFL draft.
All right, Brock Bowers, 18 years old, at the University of Georgia. This team wins the national championship. This is who was teammates with Brock Bowers. He led this team in total touchdowns, not receiving touchdowns. He led this team in total touchdowns.
Oh.
His teammates were James Cook, Zamir White, Jermaine Burton, Ladd McConkey, A.D. Mitchell, Kenny McIntosh, who's on the Seahawks, Dawan Edwards, who is at Michigan and is going to get drafted next year, Darnell Washington, who's on the Steelers, George Pickens on the Steelers, Marcus Rosemy-Jack Saint, who's on the Falcons. And there's one other NFL guy in here somewhere who I'm forgetting. And he was better than all those dudes. More yards, more touchdowns than everyone else on the team.
That's awesome. I also saw the picture of him next to Gronk where he looked like
that picture is the reason why you can get him in the 10th round. If that picture didn't exist,
your Calvin Ridley clip from last year.
There we go. Day one is on the Steelers. Thank you, Jack Ullman. Thank you. I did just get convinced. Dawan Edwards and Donovan Edwards. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I want you guys to look at the top of our queue and tell me what you think of this player.
I love him.
It.
I would podium sprint for this player. In fact, I'm literally shocked he has not been taken.
Let's go. Come on, baby. God, when the GILLCAST all 3 are aligned, we're fucked. Like this player is going to succeed.
Thank you, Paul. I got to be honest. I'm not tracking this game as close as I could. So I appreciate you. Thank you for telling me.
Dude, there are so many running backs left. We could have waited. We could have pushed.
We took 5 hours, Nate.
Is taking Amir Smith-Marset overs on underdog the dumbest thing I've ever done? Is that how high does that have to rank on one of the dumbest things that anyone's ever done?
I don't know who that is, so
Yeah, you do. You would know him. He's like a Vikings. He was actually on the Chiefs practice squad last year.
Is he?
You know.
Son of a Dombrowski, too sharp.
I should have. I honestly, I should have known. I should have known.
Yeah,
that,
Dombrowski takes Rico Dowdle from our cold dead hands. Pain. Yeah, so look at what Dombrowski did. He went 0 RB and then went Chase Brown, Tajay Spears, Devin Singletary, Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, he knows. I told you guys that he knows ball.
He knows ball.
I literally told you.
He got the Devontae.
I guarantee you he's sitting there tilting Bowers. I guarantee you he was hoping Bowers.
Well, first off, he's in the chat, so we can ask him.
And I will lay like 3-1 that he is not tilting Brock Bowers.
Dude,
ask him.
He is.
No, he's got McBride. He doesn't care.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay. I was looking at the team before him. Okay.
Cowboys running back 1 in the 11th round in this. I mean, the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL last year.
Yeah. Congratulations, Josh.
He loves Bowers, but he's not tilting.
I was looking at Team 9, who doesn't have a tight end.
Okay.
They're the ones who are tilting Bowers.
I still win.
They went hero running back, but still felt the need to take Jerome Ford and Nick Chubb, which shout out to them.
I mean, imagine being Dombrowski right now, where he's listening to the stream and then hears us just going, fuck, when he takes Rico Dowdle, and he's just sitting there scratching his balls, just like, got these bitches again. God, so painful.
The Burrow Purdy drafter. I never know. It's always the double quarterbacks in the managed leagues. It always feels so good. You're like, man, dude, I got Jaden Daniels and Jared Goff. I'm going to win the league. And then by week 5, you're like, dude, I got to cut Jared Goff. There's nothing I can do.
Well,
it's just 100% of the time.
That's kind of how it feels being a 2 tight end slappy also.
You can't start a quarterback in the flex, bro.
Oh, indeed. Yeah.
Bowers is Bowers was better than any wide receiver we could have taken right there. The positional designation doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's fair. What do you guys think of the top guy in our queue?
Definitely out on him. I was going to throw you a bone with a running back here, actually.
Oh, yeah. Throw me a freaking bonus here.
Chris Diaz, we are team 2. CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, Sam Laporta, Stephon Diggs, Xavier Worthy, Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery, Zach Moss, and Brock Bowers.
We're team 2. We're team 2.
Nate, get that dusty, no calf having guy out of the queue. I literally on this team, no shot. We already got our dust balls to start the first month.
You guys don't want to have the running back 1 of one of the run-heaviest offenses in the league?
No, I want
in the 11th round.
I want Jalen
in the 11th round. One of the most efficient per touch running backs of the last 5 years is available.
Did those stats come before or after he tore his Achilles tendon, Nate? Which
one of the most per
Nate, veto? No.
Okay, fine. Can we go?
I want Jalen Wright.
No, it's Wicks.
Wicks is gone.
Wicks went. I would have been hip to Wicks.
Yeah, we would have taken Wicks, bro.
I want Jalen Wright.
That's fine.
We need
our Dolphins exposure. That's where we get our Dolphins exposure, Nate.
We have no upside hand. We got no upside handcuffs on.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Nate just put J.K. Dobbins in the queue and was like vociferously just arguing for it.
Yeah, we're not into it, Nate. It's over. You gotta let go.
Did you guys see Kamani Vidal listed 6th on the Chargers depth chart? That really gave me some life this morning. All right. I think Judy is
like the last wide receiver before like the cliff.
Yep. Yeah. I'm into it. Let's go.
All right.
What's the word on Downs?
High ankle sprain. I mean,
questionable to play week 1. I mean, those high ankle sprains, man, like not quite as bad for a receiver, I think, as a Dobbins goes.
No, it's probably worse. It's probably worse for a wide receiver because it's all cutting.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
No one wants to tweet a Sion Vaki highlight, huh? Really, really brutal. I mean, that turn, I would definitely. I mean, obviously, I would prefer Wicks over Judy, but
You want to say
was
hi to my
fine.
friends?
Hi,
Guys, this is Maddie. Hi, Maddie.
do you like
Are you eating?
Maddie? Do you like Sion Vaki?
I
He's a-
eat a cookie.
She's eating a cookie. Do you like Simone?
Oh.
Do you like that?
I was gonna say, is she asking? Is he on the Steelers? Is that the only
Yeah.
team she roots for?
I was gonna say, do you think that Brandon Ayuk is going to be traded to the Steelers?
What's that?
Does she think Brandon Ayuk is going to get traded to the Steelers?
What do you think? Brandon Ayuk on the Steelers? What's your take?
Mommy.
What's your take, love?
Right.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready to go.
He's ready to go. Saw a crazy Gus Edwards stat the other day, something like he had a career high in TDs and yards last year and still only finished as running back. Yeah, I mean, he's useless.
Yeah,
Gus,
and here's
Gus
the
Edwards
difference
is
between-
useless.
Yeah, Gus Edwards has never been an efficient runner in the NFL, where J.K. Dobbins is literally historical efficiency per touch. And then you combine that with the potential volume and the run blocking scheme, and J.K. Dobbins has the ability to have like unbelievable upside in the 11th round. I mean, there's just no – it like the only downside concern is health, and that's like clearly just priced in. Like – everything is pointing in his direction.
I mean, he's just going to be dead by week 7, but sure, whatever.
I don't think I'm not worried about re-injury risk. I'm just worried if he still has.
This is a great question.
It's the juice.
Theoretically, Jalen Warren gets traded to the Chargers for a 4th round pick. What's his ADP? I mean, he goes next to Pacheco, right?
Oh, he goes with he goes with Jacobs and White.
God, can you fucking imagine? Like he would be Tony Pollard type. He might go in the 2nd round.
He wouldn't go next to Gibbs because
no, he would go like Rashad White.
Yeah,
he's going in the 2nd round, bro. You like look at him. Achane goes off the board, and then you're like, who do I take? Derrick Henry
A-Rod, but
Warren?
you're 80 Mitchell is your wide receiver 9 in Dynasty, bro. You are chilling. This
Davis, we just took 2 real hits here at our running back upside shots. Those are like my 2 favorite.
Braylon Allen.
There are guys left. Don't sweat it. We got 2 of my favorite guys right now are still left.
Let me try to see if I can put him in the queue.
I already put him in the queue. And a guy who is almost going undrafted on NFC right now.
Oh, I think I know who one of them is.
But that doesn't matter with waivers.
All right,
no, I guess it doesn't matter with waivers. You're right. I'm just so used to best ball stuff. Judy honestly kind of tied the room together. The team definitely looks worse without Judy there. That is nice.
Yeah, Judy's a sick pick, man. Like
no, he's actually not. He's actually like literally no one should be excited to take him. But
Judy's just the best wide receiver before like a huge cliff.
Right. It was Judy and Downs, and then Downs got hurt, right? So yeah.
And then I mean, I don't even know. Maybe I still I'm excited about AD Mitchell, but in managed, you can't play him. Like,
no, he's gonna be miserable in managed.
Yeah. And then you just get into like the Giants, Denver guys.
I think Milton already was in. Chris, am I wrong? Milton might be 4th, dude. He might not come in until the 4th quarter for real. Joe Milton is fun. Joe Milton is what preseason football is all about. Ricky Pearsall probably should be starting to take. Okay, one of my running backs went. Estimate just went. Damn, dude, Josh. I mean, look at this. Dombrowski fucking nose ball, dude. God damn.
God, he's killing us on the other end of the draft, man.
Baker, okay. AL Paul, Javon Baker is out there in the 3rd quarter, which is not great for my bags personally.
Big news.
Yeah. Judy aggravated his knee injury because that's just like the story of Judy's career is he stinks and he can't get open and he's never had 1,000 yards and he's bad. But he does tie the room. He does tie the room together. I mean, it's actually incredible. He's been like a 3rd to 7th round pick every year of his career in fantasy football, while like being on bad teams and never doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, he always does just enough. Is the thing. He does just enough.
I think it's the guy in the top of our queue, Davis.
The guy in the top of the queue, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
That's the guy I added. Yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah, if you add up all of Judy's years together, he's probably close to 1,000 career yards. Is kind of the way I feel about it. That is a good comment. Yeah, I think
did you just get taken? No.
Guy at the top of our queue is good. A lot of these teams have 2 quarterbacks. The Stroud guy. How about Caleb Williams being a 12th round pick? Maybe we panicked, guys. Maybe we panicked.
Maybe we panicked. Maybe we had a weak moment. A mental weak moment. Who would have thought?
I mean, it's hard to say, but it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I feel much better about this team than I do about last week.
Oh yeah. This team kind of fucks, which is kind of cool. What do you guys think about the second guy on our queue? Potentially.
No, he's a very bad fit for this team, because we're gonna have to. You don't want to have a guy who you literally cannot start at our strongest position.
Yeah,
it's like I'd say no to AD Mitchell too. It just doesn't fit contextually with the team.
Okay, that's fine.
I think
because like Jalen Wright, we're not gonna want to drop, but Jalen Wright is gonna be like probably like a healthy scratch in week 1.
Yeah. It'll be weeks before. Yeah.
Okay, Davis, I'm going to add a guy that I like probably have none of, but in managed, I actually think I'll put him right below our RB pick. If we want to come around and shore up that position, he'd be the second guy we want.
Taysom at tight end. Damn, this dude knows ball. All right, let's take Bucky.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't wait to take Taysom Hill in like my managed like home leagues hella late and just like
I know. And he's just going to be like the starting running back for the 49ers.
God, yes.
This next pick is like, if we get him, I think we need to take it. It's a great value here.
I think there's no reason to do it. We are too weak at running back to do a luxury pick. Like we literally
the one at the top of our queue, Nate.
If Lamar,
it's a fake value pick, dude. This is a fake value pick.
Davis, other running backs that are available.
We did the luxury Bowers pick. We don't have another luxury pick here.
We do, though. It's in a managed league. All of these other running backs are going to be on waiver wires within 3 weeks. Like,
and what if Singletary turns his knee? What if Joe Mixon has literally not practiced? Joe Mixon literally it's August 8th. He has not been at Texans training camp. He literally has not attended.
They do not.
We just need 2 running backs. We already have 3 guys who are going to be.
Okay, we only need one quarterback.
If you are really going to go with
Nate, I have been playing this for my whole entire adult life. I've had this argument with Drew Dinkmeyer. I've had this argument with Michael Leone. I've had this argument with everyone. It never works out to do this. It never works out. The guy always gets dropped, and you end up being mad you did it.
Every single team has 2 QBs except
it's the 14th round, man.
All right, whatever. Have him.
This is not a fake value pick.
It is. It's extremely fake. It literally couldn't be faker.
I think it's a very good pick. I think you want to add talent to your teams, and
all right, that is soccer Dave ass logic right there. You just went full David Kitchen on me. Draft playmaker.
Well, you don't have to hurl insults at me, man. Like I'm just saying, trying to add good players. Like
Justin Herbert after Geno Smith feels good.
I mean, it's the 14th round. It's not like we took 2.
Lamar's bye week is week 14. What odds can I get from you guys right now that we cut Justin Herbert 6 weeks before we ever start him?
I mean, the odds that you drop any of your 14th round picks are going to be somewhat high, man. Like, is what it is.
All right. Well, what if Joe Mixon is having a fucking calf surgery tomorrow.
Well, then they
Then
are
what do we
going
do?
to split the work. I mean, they're not giving Dameon Pierce the lion's share. They're done with that shit. They're done.
I literally have had this argument so many times. It's fun. It's fun to have the argument with you guys because I've never had the argument with you guys before, but I've done this with everyone I've ever had high stakes teams with. And it's literally always the same. It's
okay, so
always
Davis, week
because
one,
you
who are
sit
you
there,
starting? Who are you starting at running back?
Lamar Jackson.
No,
is who I'm starting.
at running back, even if this plays out how you think it could, what's the upside for Dameon Pierce that you want to, in a split backfield, start him over?
Split with who? Jawar Jordan, who was playing in the third quarter of the Hall of Fame game?
Houston had every opportunity to give Pierce the work. They aren't going to. They brought in Mixon because Dameon Pierce is not going to be the bell cow of Houston. That is as clear as day. It doesn't matter about the Mixon thing. His ceiling is artificially limited by Houston.
Take it away from Dameon Pierce. Let's say it's Deneric Prince then, or Kamani Vidal, or Tank
Deneric
Shinsky,
Prince,
or whoever.
Clyde still might be the RB2. We have to take.
Dameon Pierce is basically Kyren Williams. I mean, let's just be honest about it.
No, Justin Herbert at 60 picks past his ADP. It's a good pick.
It's fake. Sure, it's a good pick. It looks good. It feels good. It's fake value, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it is because it's like best ball ADP. That's great because teams are drafting multiple quarterbacks.
But you realize that Lamar and injury risk and all these other things in a managed league.
Well, first off, I realize nothing. I need that to be clear. I realize nothing. But
in basketball, having a dead team and just going Lamar Jackson and then filling out your at week or round 18 with Drake May is fine. But in a managed league like this, that just isn't. I don't know. With our running back room, I don't think I saw much more upside versus over Herbert here.
I mean, Nate, if it was up to me, I'd probably just take 9 running backs on this team and just start cutting them for kickers and defenses. Our running back one is DeAndre Swift. We're not winning $250,000 as our running back room currently projects. We're gonna have to get.
We're not winning $250,000 through the running back position.
Well, sure, okay, fair.
So I really don't think that's where. If this team loses, it's not going to be because of that.
It's going to be because Lamar Jackson gets hurt. But we have Justin Herbert. Not going to lose there.
This is a good point. That running back room doesn't scream we know who we are starting.
That is a very
that's
point.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, Bucky Irving. How many weeks until Jalen Wright and Bucky Irving combined project for more than 6 PPR points? How many weeks into the season do we get before that happens? It's a long time.
When you put it that way,
we just need 2.
Yeah, how many do we have, Nate?
Our flex spot is covered. We have tight end, and we're fine.
No, the team's really good.
The team's really good, but
let's call a spade a spade. The weak point of the team that if we want to win $250,000 that we need to hit on some lightning and make this team a motherfucker is the running back position. That's really obvious.
Yeah, and Dameon Pierce isn't our path to do that.
I agree with that. I agree.
Well, that's just because you guys don't know ball, and that's fine. It's fine for you to not know ball.
What happened with Dameon Pierce? What's your explanation for his upside this year that last year didn't
besides,
possess?
we already
last year was the perfect situation for him. Everything went his way if he was going to get the workload. Now he's a year older. They brought in Mixon. They paid Mixon. What?
Also, we have Collins and fucking Diggs. Are we going to start their limp dick running back also and just put it all?
I mean, there's a lot of there's all the things the coaching staff is saying about him. It's honestly kind of similar to Chase Brown, where all the things the coaching staff are saying is he did what we asked.
Chase Brown has never had the opportunity. That's the upside of Chase Brown is that if he gets this opportunity,
I just mean in terms
has had this opportunity.
I just mean in terms of what the coaching staff is saying about him. I think he's very clearly the number 2. He was rested in the Hall of Fame game. All the rest of the guys played. Cam Akers, Jawar Jordan. Jawar Jordan was playing in the third quarter. He's the number 2. And
I'm
number
not denying
2,
that he's their number 2. I just don't see what the upside case is on this team. All right, I think it's now we go another wide receiver.
Chiefs running back 2.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
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 You're wrong.
That's a yes, Nate.
You want to talk about the guy you just put at the top of the queue is like, I would rather, like, he's fine to take, but I promise you this guy sits on our roster for 17 weeks because we don't want to drop him and we never want to start him. Like,
I
literally.
want to drop. We don't even have him in.
And I already want to drop him.
Yeah.
The only way to prevent yourself from not keeping Marvin Mims on your roster for 17 weeks is to just not draft him. All right, we're taking Deneric Prince. I'm overruling you.
No upside on this team.
No upside.
Is going to be cut.
No, the
Deneric
running
Prince
back
is going to be cut by week 2.
The running back for the Chiefs, bro. I mean, come on. What do you mean no upside? What you talking about, Willis?
No.
Nate, what do you want to take with this pick?
No, this is a bit.
We've thrown you many bones already. We
honestly, we've thrown you too many bones. Truly,
yeah.
Just the Bowers bone and the Herbert bone. What do you want to do here? We'll throw you another bone. Who do you?
Yeah, you want to take a defense, Nate?
I actually want to take the guy you have second in the queue. This is the quintessential better and managed than best ball guy. I want to take Wan'Dale Robinson.
Wait. Okay. I mean, I also think this guy, the 2 running backs that we have at the bottom of our queue, I think also have upside. Like, if you honestly think that J.K. Dobbins' injury risk is there, then I think Kamani is there. And I also think Tank has massive contingent upside if ETN goes out.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Sammy?
Kamani.
All right. All right. That's got to be the highest a running back 6 on a preseason depth chart has ever been taken. Sick.
Kamani, bro.
Yeah.
Notice that Josh Dombrowski is not. He was not tempted by 13th round Justin Herbert. He said, "I'll just take Audric Estime."
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Yeah.
Josh might know ball. He might know ball. That's all I'm saying.
God, that Rico Dowdle pick stings my taint. I'm so mad.
Yeah.
That would have been such a good pick for us. Like, fuck me. Like, that's such a good pick.
I know. Dowdle would have been great. Because, I mean, legit, like, he could just run away with that job.
He played really well last year, and they like him. And I think it says a lot that they, like, literally chose to just re-add Zeke and not do anything legitimate to address that room. Just my take.
I'm doing 3 main event slow drafts right now, and we just like happen to be on the clock in all 3 of them in this group chat that I'm in, and we can't agree on any of the picks. And it's just like it's just like people yelling past each other for a draft, and they're like getting the picks confused. It's like a nightmare.
Sick. I love it.
It's really bad.
You should actually tie that in and put that on the stream. You could literally do a stream of just your chats.
No, dude, it's so convoluted how this all came about. So these teams I do are with daily Roto subscribers. This is like back from like 2019. And we won our league. We all pooled funds. We won our league and got high points in 2019. So we got 2 teams. Then we did the same thing the next year in one of them. So we got 2 teams again. This last year, we won and got high points in 2 separate leagues. So we have 6 teams this year that we have to draft. And it's just, it's insane. It's too much. It's too much to manage. There's like 11 dudes arguing about all these picks.
Wow. That's awful. Really awful. All
right. For the audio listeners, CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, Sam Laporta, Stephon Diggs, Xavier Worthy, Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery, Zach Moss, Brock Bowers, Jalen Wright, Jerry Jeudy, Bucky Irving, Justin Herbert, Deneric Prince, Kamani Vidal. To be honest, in these rooms, with how thirsty people are for Derrick Henry and ETN and Jacobs and Rashad White, probably was a little bit of a strategy, just strategy wise. You probably just take McCaffrey because, Christian Watson, you can get Addison, you can Jalen Polk is an 11th round pick. Jalen Tolbert is a 14th. Like, it's just so easy to get good wide receivers in these leagues.
Yeah, and also CMC's like the best fantasy player that we've seen in like the last.
But he is 29, dude. He is 29, which is very old for a running back.
He is, and he's already hurt, and his calf's barking, all that shit. But he's like a GOAT on the San Francisco 49ers, which is like the GOAT schematic team. I mean, God.
I still think CeeDee Lamb.
Do you guys remember that week last year where they were trying to extend his touchdown streak, and Shanahan got him back on the field and just
with Darnold?
Yeah, just force fed him like 8 touches, like within the 10, trying to get it for him. I
think CD though has like generational upside this season. There's so little target competition. I mean, I don't know. I feel really good about CD there.
I mean, it's hard to make a bad pick. We just, when we look at our team, we feel more confident that we can fill out good receivers.
Rusty, one thing you got to know about me: when I'm making a point, I'll always add or subtract a year to make my point. Always. Someone's 29, they're 30.
Or a couple touchdowns or whatever.
Or a couple or just whatever needs to be done. It'll be just enough that it's the truth, that it sounds like the truth, but it's not quite the truth. Wow. Josh thinks he already won this league because he just gifted 5 memberships to the channel. He's like, I heard he won this league. They donated me $350, so I'll gift 5 memberships to the channel.
Alpha move. That's awesome.
I mean, he is like absolutely owning us. I mean, we didn't even mention Kendre Miller. Like, Kendre Miller is going to make the team, and Kendre Miller is going to be the second running back on the Saints, and now it's just like no one wants him anymore.
I know. Kendre Miller is like such a good pick.
Because of one quote.
Because of one quote.
Yeah. Got to toughen up. Got to start.
And instead, we got the running back that the Chiefs aren't even going to have on their roster.
No, all the beats believe he's going to make the roster now.
Honestly, it's just a bet at this point on like the mental health stuff from CEH. If CEH is sound and is healthy, I think he's still the RB2. Like there's,
I mean, Andy said that the other day. Like they still trust Clyde and pass pro and all that stuff.
And that's what I'm saying.
Give him the vote of confidence. Sweet.
Yeah. So like, I think this whole Prince thing is just a tryout. Like they're not.
But Prince does have more juice, than
for
Clyde.
Sure. But CEH is trusted. Like, as long as he's mentally there, it's going to be.
I got to be honest. Taking Javon Baker, who's in our queue right now, as I watch him not get targeted in the third quarter with Bailey Zappi, I think we do. I think we do. I actually want to take Yoshi Boss.
I just put him in the queue, so I'm on board.
Charlie Jones got injured at practice today, so now there's like straight up. It's just Burton versus Yoshi for third wide receiver, like not even a third guy.
Yeah, we'll get Mims coming back to us. That's fine.
Yoshi Boss.
This other guy's got, he's not going to get a receiver here. And then we have to be done because then we have to take kicker defense, don't we?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
We do. Do you guys want to like take a defense here so we can get one that we want?
The Bengals play the Patriots week 1.
I know. We did that on our last team.
I think I'm just going to do that on. Who do the Giants play week 1?
Wait, do we get to like cut after Thursday and Friday's game this year?
The Vikings.
It should be. I believe there is first look. I need to. I will. The next time I talk to the NFC guys, I will ask. But
if there's first look, we should take because there's a Thursday and a Friday game this year, right?
Yeah, the Packers playing like Brazil. Or something.
I think the Packers play
Packers, Eagles.
The NFL going woke with all of these extra games, dude. It's just as a family man, Sammy, getting sniped on Marvin Mims. Yeah. What a life.
Tough scene. Shouldn't have said his name out loud, bro.
Let's take. Should we just take the Texans kicker? Just ship it. Just all in on the Texans.
Fuck yeah. No, we should.
No. I don't. If we're gonna take a kicker, it's got to be.
Let's take Younghoe Koo, the Falcons kicker.
No, it's got to be Chiefs or
gone. Rasheen Ali is a pretty good guy we could cut before the season, actually. You woke to Rasheen Ali?
Yeah, I'm okay with Rasheen Ali. I mean,
no, let's take Sion Vaki. Let's take Sion Vaki as the funnest possible pick.
No.
Too late. I picked him.
Jesus H. Christ. What do that for?
We have Vaki and Vidal. Like, what are we doing?
This guy rip off a 10-yard run or something?
No, dude. You just, guys, I promise you.
Davis is making a parlay on Jahmyr Gibbs tearing an ACL or something, and David Montgomery and Vidal. Like, I have no idea what that was. That was a waste of a pick, Davis.
What
that
did you do that for? Why don't we just take a defense or something?
What were you thinking? Troy Franklin, even? Like, we could have done something. Trey Sermon, all of these people.
Just wait.
That's true. We do have to pick somebody for our kicker.
Jalen Hyatt was still available. Baker.
I promise you the weeks that you want to start Jalen Hyatt in a managed league, if I set the line at 0.5, I'm taking the under at like minus 220.
Okay, well, we're cutting him before the season starts, so solid pick.
Yeah,
what if Vaki is the guy?
What if Vaki is the guy we need? That's a
you guys. Here's the thing. You guys are not even. You guys just don't know. About
Davis, it's cool that you're giving back to the listeners this early into your program. Josh, I hope you enjoy. Underdog's doing a rake back program. Davis has this. You just join a draft, and Davis just tosses it.
I bet we are the only team to have drafted Sion Vaki in the online championship.
Probably.
On NFC.
100%.
In the one time that it doesn't matter because it's a wavered league, and if he's the guy, everyone can pick him up.
But we'll have it on our record that we set the min pick for Sion Vaki.
Yeah,
they'll go.
Davis will replay this clip on Twitter and
this is gonna be a YouTube short that blows up. Joe Vogel has a question. He has the 102 in his league, thinking about Bijan. Then don't take Ayuk. Don't take Ayuk. That is my advice to you. Don't take Brandon Ayuk. Not Brandon Ayuk is a Steeler. George Pickens is an Arthur Smith style wide receiver. Take CeeDee Lamb or Christian McCaffrey in your league.
What's an Arthur Smith style wide receiver? A tight end? I mean, there is no Arthur Smith style.
AJ Brown.
Okay, 4 years ago. Literally, I mean, Drake London's career was dead under him.
This is Christopher.
Remember when Nate kept playing Drake London in cash because he was just like, "Oh, have you guys seen the Whopper on Drake London? We got to do it."
Smith owes me a mortgage. Arthur Smith stole so much money from me. The amount of Drake London opportunity that he did not get.
Christopher Davis has no idea how accurate that is.
Where do I have London now? I have London right after Wilson. So I probably would have it it's Wilson, London, Puka right there for me.
Okay.
I can't believe you guys got mad at me for taking Vaki.
I mean, I know it doesn't matter because it's the 18th, but we should have done something that could help our efforts in winning rather than just
I mean, Nate wanted to take Troy Franklin. He's behind a guy who's older than his quarterback.
I wanted to take a defense,
Sure, whatever.
There are good defenses on the board.
It's true. We could, you know what? Fair.
We have an Arthur Smith apologist in the chat. What is happening?
Arthur Smith, people do forget Arthur Smith led the #1 yards per play offense in the National Football League with Ryan Tannehill as his quarterback.
Well, it turns out Ryan Tannehill might actually be an effective quarterback and efficient.
I think there's very little evidence to support that. I'm going to be honest with you, Nate. I think there's almost no evidence to support that.
No, that year he was
This is true. Vaki was a safety in college. It was technically a defensive pick.
Ooh, we could do some IDP action potentially.
It's true. He in his very first game ever playing running back, he had 130 yards, and then the next game they played him at wide receiver, and he had 5 for 130 and 2. First ever time playing offense.
We just talk about adding talent to the team. I think you just did it.
Yeah, you want to talk about he's the most talented guy we picked since Jalen Wright.
Incredible.
They spent a 4th round pick on him. Sion Vaki was drafted ahead of Braylon Allen and Audric Estime, who went 100 picks before him.
We could have taken Tez Walker.
Stay woke, Nate. What's the correlation between Vaki and the Detroit DST? Great question.
Is Vaki going to return?
If he returns kicks, buddy.
He is probably going to be the kick returner. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
What if the kick return thing, like everyone's kind of like joking about it, but what if the kick return, like what if there is like a kick return touchdown like every game and fantasy football is all fucked up because of it?
That would suck, kind of.
If that's true, Davis, we need to start going down the rabbit hole on kick returning micro edges. Like who's the best special teams?
Well, the 49ers said they were going to use Debo.
Yeah, it'll be a big thing in DFS because you'll start stacking the returner with the DST.
Can you imagine if Devin Hester was around when this rule was
all right,
around?
we should take the Vikings defense because they play the Giants
they have a
and,
nut matchup against the Giants.
Brian Flores is a fucking psycho. They were talking to JJ McCarthy this week about like what are you looking forward to about your first preseason action, and he was like a vanilla defense for the first time as a professional, like just playing against a non-psycho ass defense.
Yeah. So do you guys want to skip kicker? Is that what we're doing?
We have to. I think.
You have to take one.
Oh yeah.
I think we just take the who plays in a dome week 1.
I don't know where the Eagles are playing. Where
Saints are in a dome. Falcons they're gone. Colts are in a dome.
I mean, you don't need to worry about a dome that much in fucking September, bro.
No, just take the Eagles.
Yeah, like who has the highest implied team total? That's going to be like, so it's going to be
the Eagles.
It'll be Bills, Eagles.
The Eagles are like the woe team to take for. They never kick.
That's true. I mean, the Bills are going to have a massive implied team total against the Cardinals.
Yeah, boom.
Okay, wait. Where's Miami play?
Miami plays.
They're going to have the highest team total left.
Home to the Jaguars.
Home to the Jags. We could do that.
Sure. Dolphins.
Yeah.
Jason Sanders is a good guy, and he is a good golfer.
Yeah. So. See, Nate, you were worried we wouldn't get Dolphins exposure, and instead we're going to get like 12 fantasy points week 1.
We got Jalen Wright and the kicker.
Yeah. Sick. So sick. Like this team is basically unbeatable.
Honestly, we did do a pretty good job. We drafted way worse the first time.
I think we lost it after Irving. I don't love the end.
Well,
we got Yoshi Voss. Let me tell you this, Herbert, bro.
Yoshi Voss does kind of tie the room together. We got a good bit. We did take Sion Vaki, which is hilarious.
Yeah, the bit equity will help us out.
The bit, let me tell you this, Nate. You get out of the universe what you put in. So if you're putting good bits out into the universe, it comes back to you.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think is going to be rewarded more? The guy who took Juwan Jennings trying to scrape 3 cents of equity out of a contest where he'll never start him, or the team who took Sion Vaki to just root for a nice kid?
Well, you're talking to a guy who spent the last 10 years of NFL DFS grinding so hard for that extra 7% ROI in head-to-heads and cash games. So I think you know where I stand.
I should have put Mike Davis on the thumbnail again
for the bid equity.
Yeah.
Is he still in the player pool?
I don't think he's technically retired.
No, he's retired.
He did. Okay, for the audio listeners, CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, Xavier Worthy, Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery, Zach Moss, Brock Bowers, Jalen Wright, Jerry Jeudy, Bucky Irving, Justin Herbert, Deneric Prince, Kamani Vidal, Andre Yoshibas, Sion Vaki with the Minnesota Vikings defense, and the Miami Dolphins kicker.
Did you
Honestly,
say Laporta, or did you skip him? We took Laporta in the third.
I probably skipped him. We took Laporta in the third round.
We were not missing a third-round pick.
We're not missing a third-round pick. Look, Josh does have a better team than us, but we don't need to focus on it. That's
the good thing is it's football. You know, the best team doesn't always win, so that's in our favor.
Sure.
I mean, the Herbert pick has to be our best value by ADP.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
If you believe in the efficient market hypothesis, then Herbert is our sharpest pick of the day.
If I believe in ball knowing, I mean the pick that's going to make or break the team is Bowers, because we took Bowers over Corum, over Benson, over Singletary, over Chubb, over Dowdle, over Sharbs. So Bowers is
stop 13. Saying names. This is starting to feel bad.
I'm fine with if you told me that this team hinges on Bowers. Bowers is like a generational tight end prospect, and I think he's going to be guaranteed to be on the field week 1 running routes. And the only thing we need to bet on is his talent to come through. Where the rest of those guys, you need talent to come through, you need injury, you need coaching scheme, you need it's a parlay. Where the Bowers thing is he's going to have the opportunity, he's going to get the volume. I just need the talent to come through, and I think it will. So, Bowers is an easy bet to me.
Greg Dortch. Missed that one.
Greg Dortch would have been a better pick than Sion Vaki.
Yeah.
And the vibes are still good on Dortch, too. We took Dortch on the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not every team can be perfect.
Tony, that's what they said about Mayer.
Michael Mayer, very different player. Very, 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 very different. Michael Mayer, solid Jason Witten-ass tight end. Very different, though.
Brock Bowers is a freak. What he did in college and who he took production from is he could be unreal.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we'll need to play him in the flex sometimes because we have no running backs. So.
Yeah. I hope he smashes enough to play in the flex. All right, guys. Let's get out of here. Everyone, thanks for listening. We will very likely be back with you next week, potentially the week after that. I believe prime times on the NFFC begin on August 17th. So we're definitely going to do 1 or 2 of those. Sammy, Nate, thank you for hanging out. I hope that this team is the $250,000 shipper, and I very much hope that Sion Vaki makes the roster for the Detroit Lions as a starting running back. Everyone, thank you for listening. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you like the video. If you want a cheat sheet to draft similar to us, if you liked that team, they're in the description of this, actually just on this YouTube page, there's a $5 cheat sheet that I draft all of these teams off of. I'll see y'all later.